let's go ahead and turn this the other way. All right. Come on in, everybody. Hello, hello. It is Friday, and it's Foodie Friday with Maggie. Welcome to Food Talk TV. I am Maggie the Substitute Teacher. You all may know me for my cooking channel, but on Fridays I stream on TikTok. Today we are making fried dumplings. The boys are back, and Marcus has requested fried dumplings. Have I ever made this before? No. Has that ever stopped me? No. So I'm going to show you all what we're making today. Come on in, share, like, tap that screen, and we're going to get started because we're going to try and make some dumplings from scratch. All right, so Marcus sent me a recipe, so I'm going to show you all the recipe that I'm trying to recreate, and then we're going to get started. Let's see.
Serve with a dumpling dipping sauce, green onions, sesame seeds.
Let me know if we have anybody who has oh, here it is.
Mix together ground chicken, Napa cabbage, green onions, garlic, ginger, soy sauce, oyster sauce, sesame oil, chicken bouillon, and white pepper. Then wet the edge of a dumpling wrapper and add a small spoonful of the filling. Fold it in half, and with the front half only, make 3 pleats towards the middle. Push in the ends and then repeat on the other side. Pinch to seal and then pan fry with oil for 2 minutes, and then add just enough water to cover the pan and steam covered for 5 minutes. The bottoms get nice and crispy, and the inside is so juicy and flavorful. Serve with a dumpling dipping sauce, green onions, sesame seeds, and enjoy. More dumplings you eat.
All right, y'all. So I'm going to try and make these dumplings. Now I'm going to have to do my substitutes. I'm Maggie the Substitute Teacher because I cook with sugar substitutes, dairy substitutes, and gluten substitutes. I have most of the ingredients, but I'm going to talk you all through it. I know Taylor is going to be posting the recipe up on FoodtokTV. So yes, I'm so excited. And let us begin. I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to wipe the counter and wash my hands. And then we've got some veggies that we need to chop up. And then we're going to get the filling made. We're going to fry them and we're going to steam them. So let's get started. I see everybody coming in on TikTok. Thank you all so much. Thank you for tapping the screen. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the shares. Make sure you are subscribed to Food Talk TV and stay tuned after my stream. They have a special announcement coming at 5:30 Central. So make sure you're got your notifications on. All right, let's clean up. I always like to start with a clean counter and clean hands. I've never made dumplings before, but when Marcus sent me this recipe, I was thinking, ooh, I'm gonna make full flavor. Whenever I'm cooking for the family, I always use the full flavor ingredients. Whenever I'm cooking for myself, I cook with sugar substitutes, dairy substitutes, and gluten substitutes. Thank you for the heart, Mustard Queen. Ah, yes, absolutely. Thank you all so much for all of the support. Welcome to Food Talk TV. I'm Maggie, the Substitute Teacher, and today we are making it says chicken dumplings, but I couldn't find ground chicken, so we're going to be using ground pork. And let me see, if I leave this here, maybe you all can see what we're making. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I see everybody coming in. All right, and I did print out the recipe. So we have some veggies that we need to chop. All right, so we're going to start with cabbage. The recipe calls for Napa cabbage. I don't have Napa cabbage. I have regular cabbage, and I'm going to walk you all through what I would probably do with the cabbage too. Let me wash my hands and let me show you. All right, everybody, come on in. Welcome back to Food Talk TV. It's Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the Substitute Teacher. Today we are making dumplings. All right, so Napa cabbage is actually more oblong, and it looks to me like the cabbage leaves might be a little bit lighter, maybe easier to fold. I don't have Napa, so let me show you what I'm using. I have a regular cabbage. So what we're going to do now is go back. What we're going to do with the cabbage is I'm actually going to peel off the first outer layers. Now, you can use, and probably when I make this recipe for myself, thank you so much for the gifts. I know it's a lot of work, exactly, but we're going to try it. Have we ever made this before? No. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel off the outer layers intact, and I won't do it today, but maybe if there's some filling left over, you can boil the leaves whole and then use these as a substitute for the wrapper. Thank you all for the gifts. Welcome to Food Talk TV. So if you are trying to do low carb, if you're diabetic or pre-diabetic and you're trying to avoid the starches, I'm just trying to get this off whole. So I've got a little browning here, but I'm gonna save the outer leaves. This is also a great substitute for like lettuce wraps. You can use cabbage because that gives you more, it keeps you fuller. Thank you for the chilies. Thank you all for the support. Thank you for liking and sharing. Welcome to Food Talk TV. We are making dumplings today. So I'm going to just take off the outer layers and try to keep them whole. And then I will cut up. It says we need 2 cups of chopped cabbage. I'm gonna eyeball it, y'all. Usually when I make a recipe for the first time, I try to make it exact, but we're gonna kind of eyeball it today. All right, so I'm just gonna move these off to the side. What I would do if you want to do the low carb version of these, boil these to get them soft and foldable. Then put your stuffing in here and use this as your dumpling shell. Okay, so I'm just gonna save these for me. And then what we'll do is, we're gonna go ahead and wash this, and then I'll cut and we'll get about 2 cups. This is gonna go in our filling. But before, we need to soak it. The recipe says to soak it in salt water to kind of let it soften up. Sometimes y'all, let me make sure y'all can see, sometimes they don't show you all of the hidden steps. So I wanted to make sure I'm following this recipe, all right? Let's get our cutting board. And welcome to Food Talk TV. I'm Maggie the Substitute Teacher. We're making dumplings today. All right. You could use any meat. I'm sure you could use, the recipe calls for ground chicken. I couldn't get ground chicken on my grocery order, so I'm using ground pork, but use whatever ground meat works for you. All right, so we're just gonna cut into this. So eyeball 2 cups, so I'm thinking like 2 handfuls, and we will get a bowl here. And I'm just gonna put the cabbage in here, and then we're gonna salt it, and we're going to let it sit. Salting it will help to draw out some of the moisture and soften it a little bit. All right, so let's just get in here. So 3 different uses for your cabbage. Massive. Obviously, you could make a slaw. I love doing Asian-inspired salads. I think cabbage has a lot more roughage in it than lettuce, so you're gonna stay fuller longer. Hello, Ash. Thank you all so much for being here on Food Talk TV. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and today I'm gonna try and recreate these dumplings. Let me know if you all can see the video on TikTok so you see what we're making. So I'm just chopping up some cabbage. The recipe calls for Napa cabbage, but this is what I got, and so this is what they're getting. All right, thank you all so much. Thank you for following Food Talk TV, and make sure you stay tuned. After my stream, there's going to be a special announcement on Food Talk TV. All right, that's probably about 2 cups. We'll just call it. All right, it's not all the way diced, but I'm gonna salt it well, and then we're just gonna put some water in it. All right. Oh no, we're just gonna salt it and let it and toss it. All right, so let me show you all what we have so far. Welcome into Food Talk TV. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. All right, so you all can see this is just a couple handfuls of cabbage, and then we're gonna salt it well. Thank you all so much for sharing the live. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for tapping the screen. Welcome to Food Talk TV. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and this is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. All right, so let's get some salt. And I'm going to use this big old container of kosher salt. So I'm going to liberally salt this. This is actually good when you're doing eggplant, if you're doing even tomatoes. You want to salt it well because we're going to blot or rinse it off. All right, so we've salted it well, and I'm just going to kind of toss it and let the salt kind of cover the cabbage. This is going to be part of our dumpling filling. Thank you all for the likes. Thank you all so much for watching on Food Talk TV. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. All right, it's probably hard to see that it's nice and salted. I'll put just a little bit more, and I'm just going to let it sit off to the side. It says let it sit for 10 minutes. And what the salt will do will draw the moisture out. All right, you guys can see the video? Wonderful. All right, so this is our cabbage. So we're going to let that sit there out of the way. And then the other thing that we need to do, we've got some green onions that we need to cut. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let me move our cabbage out of the way. So again, three uses for your cabbage, y'all. The leaves can be a dumpling or wrapper substitute. So I have mine over there. Boil them first and then put your filling inside and roll them up. You could pan fry them. We're doing the cabbage filling for our dumplings, and then also you can use this as a lettuce substitute for salads or anything. All right, so 3 uses for cabbage. All right, so get that out of the way. So now let's move on to our green onion. All right, just move that there. Probably should tape it. All right, so we're gonna move on to green onion. I placed an order, and I'm gonna try and cut them nice on a bias. So you all know, I try to teach you as I learn. The cutting board has 2 sides, and this side with the groove, get into the groove, is when you're cutting anything that's got liquid in it, like tomato, lemon, raw chicken. So it doesn't go onto your counter. It actually pools into the little moat, if you will. And then the other side of the cutting board is for your like drier ingredients, but I just like this side. All right, so if you didn't know, now you know. This side for your dry, this side for your wet. Okay, that's what that little groove is for. All right, so let's get our green onions or scallions. Come on into FoodtokTV. Thank you all so much. Hello everybody watching on TikTok. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. All right, so now the recipe says that we need 4 green onions. I love scallions. I think they're a beautiful garnish. If you like onion, but you think onion like is too strong, green onion, red onion are a great substitute. So I need to do a better job of chopping them all. That's a great meal prep to have all of your ingredients handy and in a container in the fridge. That way, if you're doing an omelet, if you're doing a soup, if you're doing whatever, you're good to go. So let's get 4 of these. All right, 4 beautiful green onions. Or scallions. What do y'all call them? Scallions, or do you call them green onions? All right, so let's give these a rinse, and then we're gonna try and chop these nicely. All right. Welcome back to FoodtokTV. It's Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie the Substitute Teacher, and today we are making dumplings for the first time. So let's see how it turns out. So I am just gonna go ahead and cut off the ends. All right, and then we're going to try and cut these kind of fancy. Usually when I'm chopping them, I just do straight, but if you watch the video and you see the garnish, she's got a really nice angle on them. So let's see if we can make them kind of look a little bit fancier, because we all eat with our eyes, and if not, that's okay. I'm cooking for teenage boys. I'm sure they'll still eat it. All right, so 4 scallions chopped. If you have amazing chopping skills, I'm jealous. We just make it work over here. Welcome to FoodtokTV. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie, and I'm Maggie the Substitute Teacher, and today we are making dumplings. All right, so we have our onions, kind of janky, but we kind of chopped them. And then I think the other thing is we need 6 cloves of garlic. Now, I forgot to order fresh garlic, but I do have a substitute. So let me show you all what I'm using. Come on in, everybody. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for watching on TikTok. All right. One moment, we always run out of supplies. Let me get some paper towels. I'm an avid hand washer. Meanwhile, this is what we're making, so hopefully you all can see. Let me grab some paper towel. All right, let's replenish our supplies. All right, come on in, everybody. Welcome back to FoodtokTV. It's Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie the Substitute Teacher. Get myself together over here, and we are making dumplings. So we're working on the filling. So far, we have our cabbage. We have approximately 2 cups of cabbage that we chopped up and we salted, and it's gonna rest for about 10 minutes. We've cut up our green onion. Kind of janky, but it's fine. And then we need 6 cloves of garlic. So fresh is always best if you can get it, but I don't have fresh, so this is what I'm using. This is the jarred garlic. So you could also use the minced one, but let me spoon out 6 of these, and then I've got my little garlic press. All right, lots of different shortcuts. All right, so we need 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. If you really like garlic, you can go over. It's totally fine. I think garlic works really well in a lot of different cuisine, Asian cuisine, no different. All right, so I will wait to mince these because I'm gonna put them in my little garlic press and we'll put them directly in. All right, so I think we are ready to start making our filling. Thank you all for following. Thank you all for watching on FoodtokTV. Welcome to Foodie Friday with Maggie. All right, so let's take a look at our cabbage. I don't know, maybe it's been about 10 minutes. We'll just toss it again. All right, yep. And I don't know if you all can see, but it's starting to get a little shiny, which just means the salt is drawing out the water. So I'm just gonna toss it a little bit more. And then before we add this, we'll give it a rinse. But we just wanna make sure it's coated well with salt. It's not nice and shiny so that it's going to draw out the moisture, and I think it'll be softer for us too. All right, so let's get started on our filling, because this one, this may be a one and done. Yes, thank you all so much. Welcome to FoodtokTV. All right, so we have a bowl here. It says we've got the cabbage, let it sit for 10 minutes, then we'll rinse it off. In a large bowl, we're gonna mix, it says a pound of ground chicken. Thank you all so much for the chilies. Thank you all for liking. Thank you all for sharing. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. All right, so I couldn't get ground chicken, so I am using ground pork. I'm sure any ground meat will work. If you're vegan, maybe you could even use the ground meat substitute, but this is ground pork, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this directly into the bowl. All right, so we have our 1 pound of ground meat. All right, next we're supposed to put in our cabbage. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get our cabbage that's been sitting over here. And yeah, I'm sure it's been about 10 minutes now. I'm just gonna give it another toss, and then we're going to rinse it, and then I'm just gonna squeeze it. All right, so we want some of the salt for flavor, but we don't want it to be too salty. I put a lot of salt in it. All right, and I'm gonna get the colander just to drain it. All right, welcome back everyone. Welcome to FoodtokTV. It's Foodie Fridays with Maggie. We are making dumplings. So I'm just rinsing these. Make sure you all can see. So we have our cabbage here. It's salted, and I've just rinsed it. I'm gonna go ahead and pour it into the colander in the sink so we can get some of that water off. All right, perfect. And I'm just gonna taste one, see what it tastes like, just salted for 10 minutes. Still kind of crunchy, but it's got a nice flavor to it. All right, do we put all of that in here? Let's put all of it in here. All right. So 1 pound of ground chicken, I'm using ground pork, 2 cups of cabbage into the bowl. All right, next we need the green onions. I'm gonna do almost all of the green onion. I'm gonna save a few for the garnish, and I'm just gonna kind of separate them by hand because I didn't do a great job chopping. All right, so we have green onion in here. Let's use almost all of it. And that's another little hack, you all. Whatever goes inside your food, save some of it for the garnish. So if you're putting, I'm making it up, green onion, don't use all of it. Let me show you, I'm leaving some on the cutting board. So when we plate it, you're going to garnish it with what you have inside. People love to see their food. They like to know what's in it. So whether it's sesame seeds or parsley or whatever you put inside, save some for the garnish. All right, so we have salted cabbage, ground pork, and green onion. All right, next we're going in with the 6 cloves of garlic. So I have our little garlic press here. I'm just gonna see if I can put 3 of these in here and see if we can press them directly into the filling. Oops. Hello everyone, welcome to FoodtokTV. It's Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie the Substitute Teacher. Let's just do 2 at a time. All right, wonderful. So we're getting our nice little garlic paste. Get that in there. We're gonna mix all of this up for the filling. I'm just gonna do 2 at a time. So we have 2 garlic cloves. Let's do 2 more. If you have fresh garlic, that's fine. You can also use the minced garlic. All right, it's 2 more. Take out the excess, and then last 2. So 6 cloves of garlic going into the filling with salted cabbage, ground pork, and green onions. So 4 green onions or scallions cut up, and then 2 cups of cabbage, and we have a pound of ground pork for me. All right, so this is what we have so far. Everything is coming together, all right? Thank you all so much for watching on FoodtokTV. All right, so now we need our ginger. And I don't have fresh ginger, but I'm going to use what I got. So we have ground ginger. I know it's not ideal, but I'm just gonna season heavily with this. Ginger and garlic are very common in a lot of international cooking. My family is African cooking. We're doing Asian inspired cooking today, but yeah. And you can smell it. It smells so good. The garlic and the ginger and the onion, it's really, really fragrant. This is not the recipe for you if you like really mild flavors. All right, so now we've got it pretty well dusted up with the ginger, and I feel it in my throat. All right, so we've got it gingered. So can I zoom out so you all can see? What can you not see? Let me know, because I see myself, but if you can't see, I'm happy to move it. Make sure you let me know what's out of frame for you. Okay, so next we need soy sauce. So let me give you all a little substitute that I'm using. I'm a boy mom, 2 teenage boys. Now, if you are cooking for yourself, if you're a lady, you can go ahead and use soy sauce, but we don't give soy to the boys. All right, so I am going to use a substitute. So the recipe calls for soy sauce. When I do it for myself, that's fine, but this is what I'm using for the boys, coconut aminos. All right, so we don't give soy to boys, men, or I think pregnant women. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put in, it says a tablespoon, I'm just gonna eyeball it. All right, so I'm using coconut aminos, and this is gonna give us that soy flavor substitute. All right, y'all can see, thank you, Luli. Thank you for letting me know. All right, so I'll hold it up so you all can see. So we have our coconut aminos, or if you can, soy sauce. All right, next thing it calls for, hopefully you all can see, sesame oil. And I don't have sesame oil, but I know we have Taylor watching. I think I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. This is a mustard seed oil. We just need a flavored oil. Sesame oil is a really fragrant and kind of pungent oil. It's a great drizzling oil, not so much a cooking oil, but it's really just a tablespoon. So we're gonna go with what we have. So I'm opening this. You need anything?
Keys.
I put them right here. Hold on, babe. Oh, no? Marcus, you want to say hi since you're here? This is the teenager, one of them.
Hey.
Here. All right. So that's Marcus. That's a 17-year-old. He's the one who requested the dumplings. All right. So we're gonna try. Thank you all so much for the gifts. Thank you all so much for watching on FoodtokTV. We are making dumplings, and I'm going a little bit rogue. You know, with these recipes, when they have all these unique ingredients, that's how I have so many spices back there. But I was making an Asian salad and drizzling it with sesame oil, and it was so good. I'm gonna taste this mustard oil. I've never had mustard oil before. Ooh, a little peppery, a little tart, like mustard, but in an oil. That's interesting. So we're just gonna put a little bit of that in here. That's our sesame substitute. I'm sure it'll taste fine. All right, so that was the sesame oil. Thank you all for watching FoodtokTV. Thank you all for liking and sharing. Thank you for all of the gifts, all right? So we are making dumplings. This is the filling. So far we have salted cabbage, green onion, coconut aminos, which is my substitute for soy sauce because I don't give soy to the boys, and ground pork in there. You can do ground chicken or whatever you like. All right, chicken bouillon. So we're supposed to have a tablespoon of chicken bouillon, and it is, oh, here it is. Here's another little hack for you all. If you are trying to curb your cravings, I have been making like a bouillon soup, just one of these little cubes in some hot water. Just make it in the Keurig and stir it up and just drink it as a broth. It feels like you're having something more hearty because it's savory. But salt, I don't have to worry about salt. I do have to worry about sugar, but it's 5 calories. So that's a great, especially as the weather gets colder. Sometimes just having a hot beverage keeps you from snacking too much. All right, so we have our chicken bouillon cubes. This is what I'm using. All right, or you can use the one in the powder. So we're gonna add our chicken flavor in here with our ground pork. It'll be fine, kind of like the ramen, whatever packet you get. All right, and white pepper. I do have white pepper. I don't really know what's so special about white pepper other than it's white, maybe it's milder, but I have used this in a lot of Asian cuisine and it says a teaspoon. All right, so that's everything that's gonna go into the filling. Ah, interesting. I just read this. It says you're supposed to pan fry it a little bit and taste it and adjust as needed. We're gonna go with it. All right, so welcome to FoodtokTV. This is Foodie Fridays. The pepper, y'all. Excuse me. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. This is FoodtokTV. I'm Maggie the Substitute Teacher. We are making dumplings today, dumplings for the boys. In the bowl, we have ground pork, we have ginger powder, white pepper powder, salted cabbage, green onion, coconut aminos as a substitute for soy sauce. And now we're just gonna get in there and mix it up. All right, so this is our filling. And then we are going to spoon it into our dumpling wrappers, fold them up, pan fry, and we're good to go. You need anything? Okay. All right, so I think we're ready. All right, so here we go. All right, just get in there. You can use gloves if you like, or 2 spoons if you don't like getting in there and touching the food. For something like this, it's really good. I didn't do a great job, but it's really good to dice and chop up your veggies really small, because you'll see the dumpling wrappers, y'all, they're a lot smaller than I expected, and you want a little bit of everything in that bite. So we're just kind of folding in our green onion. We got our ginger. Let me make sure I get this bouillon cube really mashed up, because that's the last thing you want is a big old block of bouillon. Thank you all so much for coming in here. Taylor says white pepper is the same as black pepper, but without the shell, which is more floral. Okay, good to know. So just breaking up this bouillon cube, and we've got our filling. So again, we're making dumplings. I think this is good. We have salted cabbage, green onion, white pepper, ginger, garlic, coconut aminos, I think I said scallions. That's boy number 2. Did you want to say hello? Not really. I'm a mom, y'all. I just cook for the kids. I cook and they eat. Y'all will see them when the food is ready. You'll start seeing them circle around, all right? Okay, so I think that's it. Let me just wash my hands. This is our filling. I'll try and go for the pieces that have less big chunks of cabbage in there, but we're making this for the first time. I'm sure the boys will like it, all right? All right, so my mom is a retired home economics teacher. She says, Maggie, cook with all of your senses. So smell it, look at it, touch it. And this recipe says to pan fry. So you would scoop out a little bit of this and then pan fry it and taste the cooked portion. Of course, we wouldn't want to do that with raw meat, and then adjust as needed. Okay, so if you need more salt, if you need more of anything, add it before you start making the dumplings. I love recreating these recipes, but notice how, like, of course they don't have all the steps in there, so sometimes if you just try to recreate it from the video, you might mess it up. Okay, so let's go ahead and move this behind me. We're ready to start folding the dumplings. Oh, and we'll get to our filling. All right, so I'm feeling good. It smells really good. It smells really fragrant. Y'all said hi, boy number 2. So Marcus and Alex. Marcus is 17. He is a senior. Alex is 15. He is a junior. They're both bigger than me. And I'm mom, and I'm just cooking today. Since they live with dad and they come to visit me whenever they're home, I love to cook for them whatever they want. So that's why we're making dumplings today. All right. We are ready. Let's move everything out of the way. And we are going to start assembling and rolling up our dumplings. And all I have on the cutting board here, we saved a little bit of green onion. When we plate them, that's just going to be a little bit of garnish that was left over, okay? All right, so let's just wipe everything down. Welcome to FoodtokTV. It's Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie the Substitute Teacher. Thank you for liking and sharing. And don't forget to stay tuned after my stream. There's going to be an announcement on FoodtokTV at 5:30 Central. So make sure you are tuned in and your notifications are on. All right. So I'm just going to give this a wipe. I like to clean as I go. A little bit of a neat freak. Hope everybody is doing well. Happy Friday. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for tapping the screen. Thank you for sharing. We are making dumplings today. And we are going to pan fry them. And then we are going to steam them. All right. So hopefully you all can see. This is what, let me get it out of the light. There you go. Y'all can see what we're making. All right. Now, dumpling wrappers. So I have my printout here. All right, so we've done the cabbage, we've done the filling, now we're ready to fold the dumplings. So I placed an order at the Asian grocery store, I think it was H-marked, and I just put dumpling wrappers on the list, and this is what arrived. Y'all, they are actually very small. I don't know why I thought they would be like tortilla size or burrito size, but they're literally like the size of my palm of my hand. So I've never made dumplings before, but let's try it. All right, so I'm gonna get a little station together. Let me know how many dumplings y'all can eat. This recipe says it can make 50. I'm not making 50 tonight. I'm thinking, depending on how difficult it is to fold, and this is our filling. All right, so this is what's going inside the dumplings. Thank you all so much. Let me know how many of these dumplings y'all would eat. I'm thinking 10 per boy. I hope I get it right. So let me get another cutting board and we're going to fold and fill these, all right? So let's get a second station going. All right, so what we're going to do now is go back. Also, remember the groove on your cutting board. I just like that side. All right, so I'm going to, actually, I'll fold on the small one. Yes. I'm gonna fold on the small one, and as I make them, I'm gonna move them to the large one, okay? That way they are over here. And when I read the recipe, it says that as I make the dumplings, I need to keep them under a wet paper towel as I'm folding them so that they don't dry out, okay? So let me just read. Let's open these up and let's see what these dumpling wrappers, and this is what I'm using. I don't know if anyone can read that or if you want to screenshot it. It just says Hong Kong style dumpling wrapper. All right, so this is what I've got. So what the instruction says, and Taylor's already posted it, or if she hasn't, she will. To fold the dumplings, wet the edge of a circular dumpling wrapper. So let me get a little container of water. We're just going to use a little bit of water in our fingertips. The water will make it like a glue to help it seal. All right. Kind of like we used to do. Any of the old school people remember how they used to have a little water when you were going through papers or sealing envelopes. Some of y'all kids don't know anything about that. Focus, Maggie. All right. So we have our dumpling wrappers. Y'all see there? It's like phyllo. So it's dough and it's really small. It's literally this small, all right? So here we go. All right, so to fold the dumplings, wet the edge of the circular dumpling wrapper. So I'll go around the whole edge just like that. And then we're going to put in, all right, let's do one at a time, focus. So I'm gonna go around the whole edge. All right, so now that's wet. Place a small amount. So I'm gonna get a little spoonful here of our mixture with the cabbage, with the onion, with everything. Get a little bit of everything. Let me get 2 spoons so I don't touch it. That way my hands stay clean to fold the dumplings. So I'm just gonna spoon a little bit in the center. Whenever you're doing like burritos or anything that's like gonna be fold over, a meat pie, a hot pocket or whatever, less is more. Because sometimes our eyes are bigger than our stomach and then we are like, it won't seal. Okay, focus, Maggie. So we have our filling in here, fold it in half. All right, so we have it in half, and then with the front half only, make 3 pleats. Let's see if we can get it done. 1, 2, oh boy, 3. Look, these may be inauthentic dumplings, but okay, I don't know if I got 3 pleats. All right, and then push in the end. Is it like that? Push in the end and repeat on the other side. I'm not doing that. Pinch the top to seal. All right, so this is what we got. It's like a little envelope. The first one is always bad. You'd still eat them? I know, right? All right, so I'm gonna move these over to the cutting board. Let me get a damp paper towel. Let me get, all right. I'm just gonna wet this in the sink. And let's see how many of these we can make, all right? This is where if you have little ones, put them to work. Get those little hands working. All right, so I'm just gonna move this one over so you all can see our little dumpling. It's probably too full. And I'm putting it on the cutting board and I'm just gonna put the wet paper towel and then literally repeat, all right? I don't know how many this is, but we're gonna do whatever we can. All right, so dumpling wrapper, wet the edge, and then let's do a smaller spoonful of filling. See, I'm greedy. I want a lot more filling, all right? And then fold it in half. All right, let's watch how she pleats them. All right, so we have our little half moon. All right, we did our cabbage, green onion, garlic, all the sauces. Okay, just making sure. Y'all, it looks easier than it is, but look, we're just gonna we may not do 3, we may just do 2 on this side and pinch and fold and 2 on this side. Y'all, it's harder than it looks. Okay, and seal the top. Look, these are my dumplings, okay? We're gonna go underneath the towel. I'm just gonna keep going. So, are these authentic? No, the ingredients are authentic, but I'm not good at that. And plus, like, this is like a whole pound of meat. Can y'all see all this? This is a lot, but that's okay. So some other suggestions as I'm just doing these, I'll try and do as many as I can, then we're gonna pan fry. So we're doing it as dumplings. You could also do like an egg roll filling. Another substitute I was thinking about for you all is behind me, the cabbage leaves. So if you wanted to do a low carb version of the dumplings, instead of folding them in dough, fold them in cabbage leaves. That's another option. Or the rice paper, if you're gluten-free. Y'all know I'm your substitute teacher because I cook with sugar substitutes, dairy substitutes, and gluten substitutes. So rice paper, I have some in the pantry. I'll get it out so you all can see. That could be a gluten-free, because this is flour. This is dough. And you know, 2 growing boys, they'll tear it up, they'll eat it. But if you can't have that, then there's a low carb substitute for you. Yeah, y'all, this is what I'm doing. I'm folding it in half and I'm literally just folding in one side, folding in the other side, and sealing at the top. That's what you get. We're not doing pleats. It's a lot harder than it looks, all right? So we have 4 dumplings and we're just gonna keep going. Okay, Marie says the front and back must be pinched and sealed. Yes, I see how she's doing it. I'm not that good. So I should have practiced my dumpling pinching before, but you know, I like to try different recipes. For me, if I can get them in the, they look beautiful, but mine are just gonna be basic, all right? Somebody would eat them. All right, so we fold them in half, fold the side, just in the sake of time. Maybe I will do some other pinching and pleating, but this is what you get, all right? Our little envelopes, our little dumpling envelopes. Watch how fast they disappear. I'll be over here giving myself arthritis and the boys are like, get in my belly. But it's fun. This could be a great, like I said, family activity. You could have a little station going on, get the kids involved. That's what my mom did. I've taught both boys how to cook, but I just love cooking for them when they're home. But honestly, I would probably like this in an egg roll or something bigger that you could kind of fold as a burrito, but we're gonna give the dumpling version a try. I'm sure we have some dumpling experts in the chat, not me. Fold in half, half moon. I'm just folding on the side, folding on the side, and then pinching. All right, and it's going underneath a wet paper towel. All right, let's do a few more. And again, welcome to FoodtokTV. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie the Substitute Teacher. We are making dumplings. I'm over here butchering the dumplings, but they will be fine. They will taste fine. In the filling, we have ground pork, ginger, garlic, scallions. We have coconut aminos as a substitute for soy sauce. They almost look like pierogies. That's what they look like. I think that actually looks pretty good. I think that's what I'm gonna do for the next one. We'll do a batch like this and then we'll do the others just pierogi style. All right, so far we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7, so I'll do 10 more. And I just have them underneath a damp paper towel. That's what the recipe says. Keep them under a damp paper towel until we fry them so that they don't dry out, all right? So if you wanna do basic, get your dumpling wrapper wet with water around to make the kind of glue. We're gonna put in a spoonful of filling, and then we're gonna fold this in half. I'm just gonna kind of press it flat. I'm gonna fold in the sides. This is number 8, and then pinch the top. And we'll save the beautiful pleats for another day. Thank you all. Thank you for saying they'll look fine. Yeah. Here's the trick. We're gonna garnish them with our green onions and put some sesame seeds on them. They will be fine. All right, so we have 8. Let's do 2 more, and then let's go ahead and pan fry the first batch. And if I can, I'll fold while they fry. All right, so we can see how they look. All right, so we need 2 more of the envelope style dumplings. So water, let's get our filling. Let's put a little veggie in there. This is another hack also, moms, if you have kids that don't like vegetables. Both of the boys eat vegetables, but put the vegetables in the food they're already going to eat. So you can see this cabbage is a little chunky, but chop it up and put it in what they're already going to eat. That way they're not like, what is that? I don't like that. All right, and keep your fruits and healthy snacks out on the counter for them to see, and keep the chips and stuff in the pantry. All right, just make it a little bit harder. I have a fruit bowl right by the door. So we're at 9. Let's do the last one. All right, welcome to FoodtokTV. It's Foodie Friday with Maggie. We're making dumplings. I'm trying to recreate this recipe sans the pleats. All right, so we have ground pork, we have ginger, garlic, scallion, soy sauce, garlic powder, no, black pepper powder, and ginger. All right, so all of those flavors, and mustard oil, because it was supposed to be sesame oil. I know it's different, but this is what I got. All right, if we like this, we'll do this again. with the actual ingredients. Okay, so now we have 10 dumplings. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this behind me. We're gonna get the cooktop out. We're gonna pan fry these and see how they come out, and maybe ask Marcus to taste, and then we'll do another batch because we have a lot of filling. All right, so let's move this behind us. So these are our dumpling wrappers. These just came from the Asian grocery store. It just says Hong Kong style dumpling wrappers. All right, so this is what I've got. And it's kind of like a phyllo dough. It's very thin and small. All right, so we've got that. Let's move my station for now. All right, so let's prepare to cook. All right, to cook the pot stickers, add a drizzle of oil to a nonstick pan, medium heat, and put 10 dumplings in the pan. Do not overcrowd. All right, so I'm just gonna move this over here, and let's get the cooktop ready. And you're going to need a skillet with a lid because we're gonna fry them and we're going to steam them, okay? So they said non-stick, so I've got a non-stick, and you want one that you can put a lid on it, all right? Thank you everybody for liking. Thank you for all of the gifts. Thank you so much for watching FoodtokTV. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie the Substitute Teacher. Make sure you stay tuned after this stream. There'll be a special announcement at 5:30 Central, all right? Get myself together. It's frying time, right? Okay, let's get our cooktop. All right. So we're gonna plug this up, and I'm just gonna do medium heat because my cooktop heats up pretty quickly. And I'm gonna use a neutral oil. I've got some macadamia nut oil. I'm gonna use that. You could also use olive oil or whatever good frying oil that you want to use. All right, so let's turn this on. So I wanted to grab the rice papers. These are the spring roll wrappers that I was saying that if you want to make a gluten-free version, you could use these because they're made with rice and not wheat. So you can see the difference in size, spring roll wrappers and the dumpling wrappers. So you can see they're a lot smaller. It's just, you got to have those ninja fingers to pleat them, all right? So maybe a version with these, that's a good gluten-free substitute. All right, so we have our Strength Genesis. This is just macadamia nut oil. So we're gonna drizzle in here. All right, we've got this on a medium heat. So let me move the lid, and let's move our pot stickers. Now I know why they're called pot stickers. I don't know why I just figured that out. I guess because they stick to the pot, right? All right, get myself together. All right, so we've got this heating up. Just gonna move the oil around a little bit. All right, so we are going to put them flat side down, and it says 2 minutes. 2 minutes, Dougie Fresh, you're on. I know it's 4 minutes or 6 minutes or something. So I'm taking off the wet paper towel, and I'm gonna go in. These are my little janky dumplings. All right, I don't hear a sizzle yet, so I'm gonna let it get a little bit hotter. It's coming up. All right, she's turning hers with chopsticks. I'm gonna get chopsticks and pretend like I can do the same. All right. If not, we'll get some tongs, all right? So let's go in with our, and I'm gonna go ahead and, you know what, I'm just gonna use my hands. I'm gonna go ahead and put them down because I want them all to brown at the same time. Do not overcrowd because that'll lower the temperature in the pan. All right, we'll stop here. I'm just gonna move the oil around a little bit. Let's see if we can get a golden brown color. In the meantime, welcome to FoodtokTV. It's Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie the Substitute Teacher. Welcome, thank you all so much for watching. We are making dumplings. So you all can see, this is the recipe that we are trying to recreate. I'm cooking for, one of the boys has requested dumplings. So this is what we made. So just so you know, to start, we cut up some cabbage, we salted it, I don't know why it keeps getting small. We salted it and rinsed it off, and we put it in a bowl with the filling, which is ground pork, ginger, garlic, soy sauce if you can use it, white pepper powder, a whole bunch of good stuff in there. Sesame oil, mustard oil, chicken bouillon, and then we're folding them inside the pot stickers. So the lid is off now, and I'm gonna see if we can get these to get golden brown on the bottom, all right? So they're sizzling a little bit. Maybe I should turn it up, but let's see. I'm gonna get the little spatula. So what we're gonna do now is go back. Once they brown on the bottom, then we're gonna put water in the pan, just enough to kind of steam them and put the lid on so that it cooks that pork thoroughly, or ground chicken, or whatever you have. I'm gonna take a look at the first one. No. All right, I'm gonna turn it up just a little bit. Maybe I should have put a little bit more oil in there, but we'll do another batch. I'm just gonna kind of flatten them down a little bit so they get good contact with the skillet, and see if we can get them to brown. All right. So welcome to FoodtokTV. Yeah, I'm gonna put the lid on when we, the gong gongs, y'all saw the gong gongs? Yeah, the boys are here. You'll see them, they always come when it's time to eat. We will put the lid on, well, let's see, does she put the lid on when they're frying? I think the lid goes on when you steam them. So we fill them up, we pinch them, kinda. Smells good, y'all hear that crackle. All right, and then she puts them in the lid. The lid goes on after they're brown. All right, let's go ahead and check one. 2 minutes. Yeah, I think that's good. Let me show y'all what we have. Oop, I think only one side is supposed to be brown. Who am I fooling? All right, so you all can see we've got a little bit of brown here, so we're good with the color. So we want brown on one side and maybe non-brown on the other side. So let's get some water. So just some tap water, and I'm just gonna put enough water to line the bottom, and then we're gonna put the top on. Whew! All right. So now they're gonna continue to cook in the steam for 5 minutes. All right, so while these are over here cooking, let's see, I'm going to continue folding the others. Let's put these under the wet paper towel and see how they come out, all right? So we have our filling, because I got 2 boys, so we're gonna do 2 of everything, 10 for each. I'm excited. I'm a little bit nervous. But what I'm gonna do is let that continue to cook, and can y'all see over here? I'm just gonna get a stack of these. We're gonna do them pierogi style. I hear feet. They always come when the food is ready. So I'm just gonna line these out like we're dealing cards. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for watching. Welcome to FoodtokTV. It's Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie the Substitute Teacher. We are making struggle dumplings today. All right, so we've got them cooking. And I will temperature check since we have ground pork, just to make sure it's all good. All right, so I'm just laying these out on the cutting board. And I'm just gonna spoon the filling into all of them. All right. Let's do a quick temperature check. Ground pork is supposed to be what temperature? Alexa, what temperature is pork done? Oh, it's in the other room. Does anybody know? Let me ask this one. Alexa, what temperature is pork done? $145. All right, so let's turn this on. Make sure it's on Fahrenheit. All right. It smells amazing. So we've got the dumplings kind of steamed. This one's kind of open. Let's get in here and do a temperature check because it's changed color. 155. Perfect. All right. So I'm going to take this out and I'm going to plate these. Let's see how it looks on the back. Ooh. Can y'all see? It looks really good. So it's got a nice little char on the back. So I'm just gonna put, it's popping me. I have my Asian inspired plate, so I figured let's use those. And then we're gonna do the others. I'm gonna wipe this out and we'll pan fry and do the same. We're gonna do some green onion and then the dipping sauce, all right? So, all right. I'm gonna unplug for now and just move this. All right, so quickly, we're going to do the other 10, and I'm just gonna do them assembly style, all right? So literally, I'm just gonna go ahead and spoon a little bit of filling into each one, and they're going to be, how do we say, not a hybrid, a fusion, Italian and Asian, all right? We're doing pierogies, or are they Polish? I don't know. All right, so inside our filling, we have cabbage, we have green onion, ginger, garlic, soy sauce or coconut aminos. All right, so I just put that in there. It's heavy. All right, let's move that over here. All right, so I'm just gonna wet and fold them in half. We're gonna make it quick. All right, so let's just get some water and we're just gonna go around so we can fold them in half. This again could be a great assembly for the family, but you see them when the food is ready, but it's okay. We got the technique down, we practiced, it's gonna be all right. All right, I'm not even gonna worry about getting it perfect, but this could be a great, it's football season. If you have time and you wanted to make some nice little finger foods, this could be a great little appetizer. And I'm literally just gonna move it in the middle, press them, and seal. That's it. Got a big green onion in there, in half, press it, and seal. Y'all can see. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for watching. Oh, this one didn't get water. Welcome to Food Talk TV. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. We're making struggle dumplings. All right, we've got ground pork and cabbage, green onion, ginger, garlic, fold in half, flatten, and seal. All right. How many of these could you all eat? I'm gonna give the boys 10 each. Let's see how long it takes them to eat. All right, we have 2 left over from before. Just fold, flatten. If you can do the pleats and the folding, then please do. I'll leave this here so y'all can see, but, uh-oh, lost a chopstick, we'll grab it. I'm just moving quickly because you don't want the dough to dry out. And then the last one. This is Food Talk TV. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. All right, so we have our dumplings, pierogi style. All right, so I'm just gonna cover these with the damp paper towel and we're gonna pan fry and steam and then we will plate. All right, so these are ready to go. Let's bring the stovetop back. All right, so I'm gonna wipe out the skillet because we have some water in there. We're gonna start with oil first. Now y'all are hungry? Okay, so I'm just gonna wipe this out. We're gonna use the same. All right, so we're gonna go in with some oil. We're gonna pan fry for 2 minutes and then steam for 5 minutes. And then I'll temperature check once the pork is 145 to 165, or if you're doing chicken, 165. All right, let's do medium, medium high. And we're gonna go in with the oil, all right? And while this is heating up, let's check the other ones. I think think they look good. Uh-oh, here we come, TikTok, you don't stop. All right. 1 second, let's get a little puzzle piece while our oil is heating up. Okay, so these look pretty good. They look nice and glossy. We're gonna do some green onion on here. All right, let that heat up. Let's get our green onion and sesame seeds. All right, so we're just gonna put some green onion as a garnish. So my folding wasn't great, but it's okay. All right, so let's go ahead and put the other ones in here. Do as many as we can. My little half moons, I'm just gonna put them in. It doesn't really, all right, I wanna make sure we have that little crackle. All right, and then we have sesame seeds. So, get away from the, all right, coming together. All right, so they're pan fried on the bottom and steamed on top. Let's go ahead and get the others cooked up. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put them all in. Got a little cabbage sticking out, you'll be all right. Get up underneath there. All right, it says don't crowd the pan, but let's go ahead and put them all in. We're gonna fry for 2 minutes. I almost want to turn them over so they're kind of like brown on both sides, but if y'all see the video, they're steamed. Let's do one and one. I know that's too much, but all right. Let's get the oil on there. Let's let them fry for 2 minutes. All right, and then we have some dumpling sauce, and then I'll give them chopsticks. So let's clean up. As soon as these are ready, we'll call the boys down. All right. Thank you all so much for watching. This is FoodtokTV. It's Foodie Friday with Maggie. We are making struggle dumplings today, but I think they're coming along. So we're just pan frying here 2 minutes, and we'll flip over one and make sure we get a nice little brown. All right, so I have these little condiment containers for the, ooh, I smell it, hold up. Let's check the color. We don't want them to burn. Okay. Maybe a little bit more brown, but I think it looks pretty good. Ooh, and they're nice, and I don't know if y'all can, they're nice and crispy on the bottom. All right, so let me just check one more, maybe like 1 more minute. Okay, so we're gonna give them 2 condiments. We have some dumpling sauce, and then I have some Maggie chili sauce, all right, for their dipping. All right, I think that's good because I'm starting to smell a little bit like not burnt, but right before it burnt. So we're gonna go ahead and put the water in and put the top on, okay? So just enough water to line the bottom, and it's gonna pop. Where's our lid? What you can do is hold the lid in front of you. All right, 5 minutes, let it steam. All right, so let's go in and put our dipping sauce in. This one says dumpling sauce, hot. So let's go ahead and give them some dipping sauces and let the boys eat. All right. Not bad. I want to taste one. We'll let the boys taste. But again, for your substitute versions, for your low carb version, do the same thing but with cabbage leaves, okay? So you can avoid the dough. Get your cabbage leaves, peel them off, and boil them just so that they're soft enough to fold, and do everything else the same. Pan fry them and then steam them. That's your low carb, that's your substitute. Hold on, y'all. That is your substitute dumpling. If you want to do the low carb version, use cabbage leaves instead of the dough. If you need a gluten-free substitute, use the rice wrappers, all right? Rice wrappers. But if you can have it all, have some for me. That's what we're giving the boys. All right, this is looking good. Let me go ahead and put the, whew, it's a lot to get in here, this dumpling sauce. A little spicy. And then we'll temperature check. 1 minute. Hold up! I can't get it. All right, there we go. That is not elegant, but I had to get in here. Also, an announcement, if you're in Atlanta or coming to Atlanta, we're gonna do dumpling sauce for dipping. I am teaching an elegant dining class at Neiman Marcus. It's going to be Saturday, December 7th. So ladies, if you want to have a 3-course meal with me and learn how to eat elegantly, go to teachablemomentswithmaggie.com because I teach, I make food and femininity content. All right. So you can see that our dumplings have kind of, who needs pleating? They kind of shrivel on their own. Let's do a quick temperature check. Since we have ground pork in here, it's popping a little bit, but I'm gonna see if there's a little hole I can get in, or just kind of pierce it. Let's get in here and make sure our pork inside, yeah, we're at 170, so we're good. Woo! All right, so we're gonna plate and then give them their sauces and we're done. All right, so let's take this out. I'm using the little spatula. Let's see how it looks on the bottom. Got a nice little char to it. Oops. And they're nice and like slippery. All right, so we've got our dumplings. This plate's a little small, but let's go ahead and give, and this is our pierogi style dumplings. I'm putting on here for the boys. Oops. All right. And then we're just going to garnish them with green onion and sesame seeds and call the gong gongs down to taste. Marcus requested dumplings, so when the boys are home I like to give them whatever they like as far as food. So we got a nice little char on the bottom. I think it looks good. And they'll keep their heat. Oh, this is the envelope one. So y'all know with these kids, why does he have more than me? Hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Y'all already know we can't do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Look, at this point, you get what you get, all right? So dumplings are done. Let's move this. Let's get the green onion garnish. All right. So we're just gonna put green onion. If mine were chopped up a little bit nicer, but let's move our cooktop. All right. Okay, and we're gonna dust it with sesame seeds. All right, so we're gonna get in here and garnish with sesame seeds. You all can see, looking good. All right, so then let me get the other ones, condiment cups. Make sure you all can see. Oh, move it here. I'll put the condiments here so you can see. So we have spicy dumpling sauce. This could be whatever you want to dip in. So we have dumpling sauce. Okay. And then I'm going to give them sweet or spicy. This one is sweet. This is sweet chili sauce. So another one of these pop tops. Can I get it elegantly? I'm not strong. Call the boys down. Hold on 1 second. I'm struggling. Here I come. You know what? It's not coming off for me. Let's see if we can. All right, get in here with the scissors and we'll fiddle with that later. See if I can just take the top off. It's not coming out. There we go. All right, so we got the top off. We have our chili sauce. Let me just give it a good little shake, and then we'll give them some sweet chili. This could be chili crisp. Ooh, I do have some chili crisp. I'll probably drizzle some of that on there for Marcus. Y'all know he likes hot sauce. And I do have some chili crisp. Would you all drizzle it with chili crisp? All right, so I'm gonna take a picture and let me see if we have our chopsticks, and we'll call the boys down. You know what? All right, we'll just use this one. 1 second. All right, so let's take some pictures. And then we'll drizzle one with some chili crisp. Let the gong gongs eat, and we're done. All right, so we made our dumplings. All right. So these are our fried pork or fried chicken dumplings. We have cabbage, ginger, garlic, sesame oil. Well, I use mustard oil. Let's see if they can tell. All right. So I think they look pretty good. So not bad. And let's get a quick little video, and then I'll drizzle one with oil. All right. Let's do a video. All right. Well, I'm excited. It was a lot of work, but it's worth it. It's a joy for me. All right, so we have our dumplings here. Let me do a little bit of chili crisp for Marcus, because y'all already know where's the hot sauce. All right, so we're just gonna put some chili crisp on here, on one of them. And then I'm gonna go get the boys. Let's do a little bit of drizzle. All right, one is hot, one is not. So good. Oh my goodness. All right, y'all. Dumplings are done. All right, so let me go call the gong gongs down, let them taste, and tell you all what they think, all right? So, Mr. Marcus is here. You asked for dumplings, and I made them. You want to say hi? Hey. This is dumpling sauce, and this is sweet chili. Oh, if you want to taste one plain, I'd love to know what you think.
It's good.
It's good? Go, Mom. Go, Mom. Oh, what do you taste in there?
Chicken.
Chicken? Absolutely. Yes. Well, thank you all so much for watching. This has been Foodie Fridays with Maggie. Where's the other one? Okay, Alex is coming down. Let me slide yours over, babe. All right. So we'll let Alex try. I do want to try. Well, let's see what Alex thinks.
It's like pasta.
It's like pasta?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's like ravioli, but without sauce, almost. Yeah.
Ravioli without sauce. Is it a little crispy on the bottom?
Not really.
Not really? Okay. Because I fried it on the bottom. You want a fork or a spoon?
No, I got it.
All right. All right, Alex. These are the dumplings, if you want to try and let us know. We have one with hot sauce, and this one is dumpling sauce and sweet chili sauce. So I think we got it done, y'all. My pleating technique is not great, but they like it. Let's see what Alex says. I got the thumbs up. Alright, so this has been Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie the Substitute Teacher, just a mom, Not a professional, cooking for the boys. Can you describe it, Alex, or?
Tastes like a dumpling.
Tastes like a dumpling. All right, well, from my dumplings to you all, looks like they're tearing it up. So, yes, so to recap, let me show you all what we made and then we will sign off. Marcus sent me this recipe. All right, over here. So Marcus sent me this recipe. This is, in the filling was salted cabbage. It was green onion. It was garlic, ginger, white pepper. I don't use soy sauce for the boys, so I gave them coconut aminos. Thank you all so much for the gifts on TikTok. And then we stuffed the dumplings. I folded them together in the dumpling wrappers. Remember, your low carb substitute, use cabbage, that's what I'll do. And your gluten-free substitute, use rice paper. Fold them up, pan fry them. Pan fry for 2 minutes, add a little bit of water to the bottom of the pan, steam them for 5 minutes, top with green onions and sesame seeds and then whatever dipping sauce you all like, all right?
Thanks, Mom.
Yummy? Oh,
That was good.
it was really good? Aye, okay. Look at what we have, y'all. Did you like the dipping sauce? Oh, thanks, Alex. Okay.
I was gonna cook that.
Oh, thanks, babe. Okay. Well,
Yeah, sauce is good.
the sauce was good?
I like it.
Well, I don't know how they were because they're gone, but I'm gonna do some more. I'm gonna go ahead and.
Is this more?
Yeah, that's more filling, but it's raw. Okay. Careful, babe. If you want more, I'll cook it, but.
Yeah, I want more. No,
All right, everybody. Thank you so much, Food Talk TV. Thank you all for watching. You're welcome, babe.
Oh, you had the chili crisp.
Yeah, I got the chili crisp
I
on
didn't
there.
see that.
All right, I put that on there. Do you want some more? Or are you ready to go? Okay, I'll make some more.
Oh, I sent you the.
Okay,
No.
let me go ahead and
Yeah.
sign off. All right, y'all, I'm just a mom, so let me let y'all go. I'm Maggie the Substitute Teacher, Foodie Fridays with Maggie. We made dumplings today. I'll be back next week Friday doing something else. Make sure you're tuned in to Food Talk TV. I'm here Fridays. These are the boys. Can y'all come in?
We're paid raw.
What's raw? Did you eat the raw meat? Marcus, that's raw pork. You can't do that.
It'll be fun.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Thank you for spitting that out. All right, everybody. Oh my gosh, these kids.
I'm just mad.
Oh my goodness. Careful, babe.